We are going to take you on a tour of decks 11 through 15 on Explorer of the Seas. This is part 2. We've already taken you on decks 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to explore decks 11 through 15. In the middle of deck 11, which is called the Lido deck, is the swimming pools. There are 2 large swimming pools in the center here. They have ice cream. There is tons and tons of seating for everybody. There was actually many open chairs throughout the cruise. This is all during a busy sea day, so you know everybody's out having a good time. They even had an additional bar set up with fresh pineapple drinks. Looked pretty good. In the middle of the deck, right in the center, if you go up these stairs, you will get to the Sky Bar. This location, it had amazing views, especially to watch the pool deck parties, and when we were taking off from ports, this was a great place to hang out. I mean, look at these views. This is where it's at. So they have that stage right in the center for all the parties. You can also go up one more floor from here and you get an even higher view. This is an amazing view. Now, if you head to the aft of the ship, you will find the Windjammer Buffet. As soon as you walk in, you will wash your hands, and then Miss Washy Washy will let you know and remind you so you don't forget. And then you can go to the bar, grab a drink, or go grab some food. I'm going to take you through the Windjammer Buffet. This is during a busy sea day, so you can kind of see how many people are around. You can tell, I mean, it looks a little crowded. There's a lot of people. We're just walking around and checking it out, taking you on a tour here. Now you can see I'm going to walk the entirety of this buffet so you can really get the size of how big it is. There's a lot of space in here, lots of tables, lots of food. And if you go back out past the pools again, where we were earlier, to the front of the ship, the forward of the ship, you will find the solarium, and this area is adults only. So in here, there is a bar. There are 2 giant whirlpools, a pool, and this is also where you can go to see the Peekaboo Bridge. This amazing thing spans from the 5th floor all the way up to here. We don't know what it is. I mean, we were trying to figure it out on live what it might be. We're not sure. An alien ferry? I don't know, but it's cool. Next area is the fitness center, and you can see it has a giant jacuzzi inside. There's not very many ships that have a jacuzzi right there in the fitness center. A lot of people don't know this, but if you are on a cruise, you can go into the spa area, into the sauna and the steam room, usually without any extra charge. Just head on to the women's locker room or the men's locker room, and they should be in there. Now, if you go out the solarium, there are some doors on the side, and they will take you out to the Peekaboo Bridge. This is kind of a hidden space. Not many people even know this exists. Now, I thought Explorer of the Seas was the only ship that had this Peekaboo Bridge, but apparently the Adventure of the Seas also does. There were other cruise ships that used to have it, but they have since been removed. But yeah, you could see what all of the different equipment does here, and you could just check them all out in there. Driving our ship, watching the weather, making sure that we're going to the right place. Now on deck 12 of the forward is the spa area. I did not go in there, so we are on deck 13 here. I really feel like deck 13 forward was a huge waste of space. There was all those chairs and nobody was there because that's not where the action was. Everybody else was on the chairs around the solarium and around the main pools. They do call it the sun deck, but like I said, I never saw anybody sitting there. So anyway, we're back on deck 12. Here we are walking on the 2nd level above the main pool. And we're going to head on to the back. This is kind of like the teen adventure area. This would be your thrill area where you can play games. There's ping pong. They call cornhole bago on the cruise ships. But this is also the place where you're going to get the best views of the wake and the sunsets. Oh my gosh. There is another one of these alien fairy things in the aft of the ship as well. And so it spans all the way from deck 5 all the way up to like deck 12 or 13, I believe. Also on deck 12 is the arcade. It looked fun in here, but it was extremely loud. Like the volume was up on high on all these machines. And here is the Teen Optics Lounge. So this is where teenagers go to hang out. My kids liked it in here. They thought it was a very aesthetic. This is really a great meeting space for teenagers to meet other teenagers as well as have some fun. They have their own dance floor. They have seating areas. Now, depending on which cruise ship you're on or which cruise line you're on, it will depend on how they work their teen program. For example, Royal Caribbean is more of just relaxed, free, come as you go, come as you want type of a teen program. Carnival, you do have to pre-register them or register them when you get on board. And then same with Norwegian, you do have to register them, and they do have to show up and get a wristband for Norwegian. So it's a little bit different. Each one's a little bit different, so just check it out and find out what the details are, because you as a parent wants to know what kind of freedoms your child has. Now, if we head to the other side on the aft of deck 12, you will find some stairs, and they go up to the dunes. But before we do that, let's go over to Johnny Rockets. I was live during this footage, so it is a little glitchy, but I did want to show it to you anyway because I thought this place was really cool. I really got a look at the menu on the last day and regretted not trying it. I think next time I'm on a ship with Johnny Rockets, I'm definitely going to give it a try. So let's head on up to the Explorer Dunes, and this is where all the fun activities go on the ship. This is on deck 13 aft. So first you have the sports court. They do all kinds of things at the sports court. They do pickleball, basketball, dodgeball, soccer, lots of volleyball, lots of different activities throughout the day, and you can sign up for any of those. And almost every cruise ship has a mini golf course, but Royal has a mini golf course. I mean, look at this thing. It is so cool. It is decorated so nice. Behind the Explorer Dunes lies the Flow Rider as well as 2 water slides. The best way to try Flow Rider and the water slides without having to wait in any lines is to do it the day of embarkation. Now up to deck 14 in the aft, you have the most beautiful views on the cruise ship. This is Dizzy's Lounge. I loved these little glass balls they had in here. This is usually where all the late night action is going on, so they usually have parties in the evenings after the shows. So this place gets pretty lively late at night, but all throughout the day, it is pretty mellow in here. You can come in here with a book and it's nice and quiet, or just sit next to the windows and catch those views. They are absolutely stunning. When I was going live on TikTok, this is pretty much where I sat most of the time. Now, if you go up one more deck from here, there is a church on board. It was decorated very, very beautifully. I really, really loved it with the fresh flowers. I think that they can host events in here like weddings and stuff like that. So, yeah, pretty awesome. This space on a lot of the other ships is now home to a escape room. So it's nice that it was used for something else on the Explorer of the Seas. So that concludes our tour of the ship. Now I'm going to finish telling you about day 10 because we never got to finish that. So this is day 10 of our Europe trip. This is day 6 of our cruise. After dinner, we went and had some fun up at Dizzy's Lounge. There was a 70s disco party going on. We did go live for quite some time and had a lot of fun. So tomorrow is day 11. We're going to go to Chops Grill for lunch. We are going to watch the ice skating show again from a different view. So don't forget to follow for more of our travel adventures.